Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
18 Gator. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Greer. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Go, go.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Let's go one more. King.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, now Greer, he fumbled the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 9, Greer going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. 52's the money. Hey, exit. Set the target.
To throw, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Get in the weight room. Hey, Mike 52.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hurry.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Let's go.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run with Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Don't get nervous now. We begin to turn you up. Don't get nervous. 552.
Mayfield now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check. Boy. Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Greer. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And to give this time to the tailback, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Got a man open. It's Ross. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Greer looks to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfect. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. A give running right is Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 1:55 left to go in the 1st half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Chubb on the counter. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long for Mayfield. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number two. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Ready to go. 42. Hey, high 7. Now.
Second and 10. Here's Greer again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. 53 at the mic.
Throwing on third down, Greer. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 4.
A run for Nick Chubb. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Set, 180. What's the run? They're running it.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Off play action, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw, Greer. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They begin this drive with Chubb.
Check 26, check 26.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. On the carry, it's Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 41, Greer. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And again, it's Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And the Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal.
Bryant on for the field goal. A 32-yard.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man, one of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Greer, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Open man is Ross, complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
70, Indy. 42's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, it's Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Greer. He's going to go for a big play now. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or. Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, zoom. Go.
Now a first down throw, Greer. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Bravo.
On second down, here's Greer. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Bengals on third down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Greer on third down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on 4th. Greer. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back near his goal line, here's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. They win game number 7, which was their goal at the beginning of the season and the final game of the season.
And I know a lot of people would wonder about the celebration. Why would you be so excited? Getting 7 wins? Well, guess what? That's what they wanted to do. To hit a goal, that means something for a team, and they should celebrate that fact.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.